Melanin is worth over $500 per gram.
Think about that.
How do you get melanin? Is the question.
Bro,
they extract it from our bodies.
There is a reason why people go missing.
That's wild.
Nigga, think about Get Out. Think about it.
All right.
This stuff.
Welcome to Views from the Floor podcast. This is Luco.
Just cuz.
Yo, it's Taz. I'm appalled by that.
yo, I had to cut Taz off real quick.
Hey, he'll make me think too much. I ain't like that shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Taz was gonna go in this rabbit hole and just craziness, man. I ain't messing with him.
That nigga turned to Dave Chappelle on Undercover Brother.
Yeah, word. How y'all week been, man?
It's been good, but is it just me or this shit starting to move too fast? Like
it's moving fast, bro.
Like just weeks is going by fast.
Yeah, bro. Weeks is just. I'll be forgetting what day it is.
I'm just flying by, man.
Like I told y'all yesterday, I thought yesterday was Wednesday, and I was sitting there on the couch, and I was like, "Fuck." I ain't upload the pod. I was running this. I was like, "Oh, nah, we good. I got a whole. I'm good. I got time." But
yeah, we've been good, man. Chilling. Ain't done much of nothing.
Yep.
Yeah. About yourself?
Been all right. How was y'all Valentine's Day? Yo, I got a crazy question for y'all though. Is it appropriate to text your homies like Happy Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
I should have texted y'all to see what happened. I should have put the experiment into play.
I'd have been like, Happy Valentine's back.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, man. Let the homies know how much you love them, man. It ain't just specifically a day to your significant other or your boo thing, man. Let the homies know. I mean, when people see us out passing in the street, they say Happy Valentine's Day. You say it back, right?
Sure.
Exactly.
Man.
So I mean, and you only know them people have time. So
depends. Yeah. Don't say it back to everybody. Don't say it back to your ex that's trying to be spicy.
Yeah.
You gotta read the room. You gotta read the room.
Right? You gotta make sure
your girl gonna look at you like, okay,
who's texting us? I get that all the time. It's a group chat, baby. It's a group chat.
No, yeah. You better say it's the group chat.
That's Nick and them.
Oh yeah. Hey man, I don't need Candace to come over here to cut me, dog, because she will.
Chopper yappa.
Yeah, you know she will too. Yeah. How was your Valentine's Day? It was straight.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good.
I'm single, baby. It's a regular day.
I made her a basket of all her favorite things. You know, so I put like bottle of Stella Rosa in there. She loved those Seagram's with Escape, so I got her some of those in there. Got her a big thing of coffee. She loved M&M's, so I got some M&M's. Got her a Starbucks gift card. Just little mementos. She loved it. And then I got some earrings, of course. I had to get a piece of jewelry somehow.
Word. Yeah. Well, I was gonna take the wife to the Biltmore, but it's not gonna work out how I wanted to. So I got to figure something else out. Because she worked on that day, so we didn't really get to do anything. So I'll make it up to her this weekend.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
If anybody got it, you got it, Nick.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. So Super Bowl, man.
Yes.
Two teams that none of us picked in the beginning at all.
Not at all.
But regardless, though,
it was a good game.
Did it satisfy your appetite or what? I know it did for Taz.
I saw Jalen Ramsey out there getting beat several times.
We got to put this in context. So there's only one time he truly didn't get beat.
That was when T. Higgins.
That was the T. Higgins thing.
Yeah.
If T. Higgins don't pull that man's face all the way behind him, it was gonna be an interception. Easy picked off. Like, I mean, he was literally in the perfect position to just snag that motherfucker. And T. Higgins said, nope.
The ref missed it.
That was wild. I feel like if that didn't happen and OBJ didn't tear his ACL, it'd have been a whole different ball game.
I feel the same
because he was cooking.
Because OBJ was about to go off. He was
going to win MVP, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
You put that man on that stage, that man is not going to disappoint.
Because the crazy thing about it was they kept doubling and triple teaming Cooper Kupp, which I understand. He's the best wide receiver in the game right now, right? Yeah, right. But they act like OBJ is just some slouch.
That nigga was out here snagging balls like this was goddamn 2017.
That's a come on now. He from the wide receiver U, LSU, baby. Come on now.
Wide receiver U, LSU. You gotta relax.
I almost said some wild shit just now. I had to calm myself down.
You gotta relax, Bucko. Wide receiver. Now DBU.
Oh yeah, that too.
No, it's not that too. It's just 1, 2. It's just DBU. You and that wide receiver.
In modern years. In modern years, what?
Okay,
well, Alabama.
Alabama? Really?
You see Jerry Jeudy, Weddle.
Well, I guess technically, you might have a case. Because
you though?
I don't know.
And don't say that because they ain't been that in years.
No.
Hey, you talk about my team, I swear, Taz, we're gonna have some bigger problems.
I used to be a big Miami fan back in the day.
I don't know. That's a good question, Taz.
Exactly. If anybody's watching this, feel free to comment.
Yeah. Please let us know. Please let us know who y'all think wide receiver U is. But it's definitely not LSU. I'm not letting Taz get that too. They already got too many other things. Yeah, I definitely feel like OBJ was about to take the game over though.
He was.
For sure. And I almost put $100 on him catching the first touchdown, which would have made me $800.
Yes, it would have.
I'm pissed off about that.
FanDuel?
Yeah. So yeah, it was plus 800. So yeah, I could have made some money. And you know what I mean?
I'm gonna start looking into that.
I need to. Like a lot of times my hunches be right.
I'm gonna stick to the low numbers. I'm like $25, win like 100 or something like that. Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was about to go to North Carolina, man, take that spread on them Bengals. Cause that $200 could have made me some bread if they would have won.
What was the spread? You remember?
I don't remember what it is, but I know like the closer it was to the day, the more it was evening out. Yeah. Because in the beginning, when I first seen it, it was like you put in 200 and you get back like it was like 4,000. I was like, I'll take that shit.
Right.
I put in $200. Then the day started getting slimmer. It was like you put in 200, you're gonna get about 380.
Yeah.
I'm like, usually how it happens. The spread starts to slimming out.
Yeah. The playoffs in general might have been the best ever been.
Look, I tweeted that out. I was like, yo, this has probably been literally the best NFL postseason I have ever witnessed in my entire life. I can't think of a time where games were so close, where it was like a field goal win the game, or you go in overtime. And, I mean, you ain't never seen that before. I mean, I can't even think of the closest playoff year where it was even just remotely even this interesting. It's like you're sitting on the edge of your seat, like, oh my gosh, the Bills are gonna win it. The Bills are gonna win it. And then Patrick Mahomes and them in like 13 seconds get down the field.
Yeah, that was pretty insane.
Like, dude, you get 13 seconds? Come on, man.
My homeboy.
Mahomes with the cannon, man. I mean,
yep.
Yeah. But Eli Apple was getting worked.
Yo, I love nothing more. Than Sunday. Eli Apple getting roasted. Like Sunday, Monday, bro. Especially Monday, bro.
Twitter was letting him have it.
As he should.
And it wasn't just New York fans. It was Saints fans.
Dude, you can't be that trash of a corner and talk that much shit, bro.
Hey, bro, you ain't done nothing the whole time you've been
at
here.
All.
You got traded in your second season.
My dog.
He got 5 interceptions for his whole career.
5.
Fam, you can't say nothing to me if you get drafted and your mom's was taking you to work. That's crazy. Shut up, fam. He was getting
You know what school he went to?
It don't even matter.
Bitch ass Ohio State.
And you know me, y'all know I like Ohio State.
Look,
but it don't even matter what school he went to.
They have one.
He's bulletproof. Yeah, he garbage truck juice.
There's always that one.
Hey man,
because that defense had a lot of Ohio State players on it.
Good luck getting a job next year. I guess. I don't know. I don't know if anybody look at that tape and go, you know what? I need Eli Apple as my corner.
He a
Cleveland,
corner, man. He a nickel corner.
He
playing the slot.
He need to join us on Views on the Floor corner. That's what he need. He need to be on this.
That nigga going
that space right
corner right here. Yeah,
that nigga is going
on this
to
bottom
Canada.
Corner right here.
He gonna play for he gonna play for some goddamn team. I don't even know their damn name.
Saskatchewan.
They gonna play. I'm just about to say that shit. I can't say it though. Saskatchewan, whatever the hell.
Saskatchewan. He gonna play for.
He gonna play for the Rough Riders.
For the.
He gonna play for the Germany Elephants or something. Get him out of here, bro.
That nigga about to play for the XFL when they folded.
Nah, they coming back.
Yeah, they coming back.
Yeah, The Rock bought it. You know what's cool about The Rock, though? I'm about to go on a tangent a little bit. What's cool about The Rock is he did the smartest thing he could have. He made his wife the president of his company. That whole $7 production or whatever. Every time he make money, his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Every time he make money, his ex-wife make money. So and she's the president of the league of the XFL, which makes her the first woman ever to own one. She's the first woman ever to own a football league, and then now she's a president of the whole damn league. So hell yeah. I mean, that's cool as shit. Have you ever seen his daughter? Look just like this ugly nigga, man.
Ooh, it's weird.
Look just like this ugly nigga.
Now I want to talk about the kids, man.
When the daughter
no, I'm not calling her anything. I'm just saying, like, look just like him.
I'm saying something. I'm just saying, y'all want to get what I'm saying? Just read between the lines.
I got what you're saying.
We got to get to the halftime show.
Oh man, wonderful.
That was dope.
For the gangsters all across the world, still. You
know what I love? Jay-Z in the background, fucking singing the song that he wrote.
Word. What I love,
baby, royalties.
What I love more than anything was Snoop yelling out "Crip" to millions of people worldwide.
And she walking like a motherfucker.
She walking, throwing up the C's, all that stuff.
With a blue bandana outfit on.
With a blue bandana outfit on. That's how, bro. I love our people. Because they gonna do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing you can say. You can tell them, don't wear a blue bandana. He gonna come out with a blue suit on, like a blue suit on.
Exactly. I'm gonna incorporate it somehow.
Word. Tell them not to rap about police brutality. What they gonna do? They gonna rap about it.
And we hate
like they
folks for
rappers.
the killers. It's in there, baby. It's in there. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it because I'm in here recording my wife, her crazy self. When Mary came on, of course, that's her
she
girl.
lost her damn mind.
That's Auntie Mary right there. You know,
that ain't my auntie.
That's not my auntie neither.
Because auntie looking real good nowadays.
That's y'all auntie.
That's her auntie.
Yeah.
I am of no relation.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That's auntie by marriage. Nah, yeah. Mary J. Blige was looking good too, but it was crazy seeing 50. You know what I mean? 50 turned into a whole dollar out here.
Bro, they was cooking that nigga.
But the thing about 50 though is it's not like 50 fat. He just a big nigga.
Dude. He a big dude.
He a big guy, man. Like that's the first thing I almost tweeted it, but it was gonna sound crazy. So I just held it. But yeah, I was like, yo, fam. I mean, he just a big guy, man.
He is. I was like, if anything, 50 shows what inflation does to us.
Oh, you wildin'. You wildin'. What's crazy is they was trying to, you know what I mean, fat shame him and all that stuff. And I'm like, you think 50 care about all of this? No, not at all.
He posted one of them. He said, I'm going to get one of y'all niggas.
He don't care, man. I mean, he the ultimate troll.
Exactly. So
you know what I mean? Like, ain't nothing gonna phase him about that, but that was cool. And then Eminem had the worst outfit on ever.
Look, Eminem been wearing that since 2012, man.
That's the thing. When you allow white people to be on your black stage, you got to show up. You got to come dressed to impress.
Listen, but I like how everybody came as themselves. Even M. M came as this. He was wearing them same Jordans for, like you said, 2012.
I
respect
maybe even before.
Not those.
I respect it. However, that's what I'm gonna say. You bring your white ass to the cookout. You better come dressed to impress if we in front of people. If we just at our regular cookout, you can dress however you want to dress. We at the big cookout, dress good.
Hey man, we tell people all the time, you gotta accept us as we come. It's the same for him. He came in the same outfit on he had on 8 Mile, and you know what I mean. He just put some Jordans on. That's it.
Some custom joints at that.
Word. You know what I mean. He probably had them in the tuck for a long time, and you know what?
Probably.
I'm gonna rock this one.
Yeah.
This the night I'm gonna take it out. But oh wow, that's wild. But anyway, yeah. Then he kneeled. I didn't really see as many people talk about it as I thought they would.
It was more so respect for Tupac. That's what I was getting. Like somebody said, it was more out of respect for Tupac.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, but I'm pretty sure they told us not to do it because the message of it in general, it's like there was no anthem playing whatsoever. So him doing it.
So if people said something about it, then they tell them
look at yourself. You gotta look at yourself there, right?
Then K-Dot came out. That was cool.
Killed it.
Of course.
I was like, yo, this the what's the Meteor Man? The what's that group called? The Golden
I don't remember.
What they called? I should look that up before we got on. But yeah, that's what the vibes gave me. Those
it's coming
for Meteor Man.
Oh. I realize he don't give a fuck about music no more.
He don't.
Because I feel like
that scares me though.
When they announced that
the Golden Lords.
That's it. Yeah.
When they announced that he was gonna be performing at the Super Bowl halftime show, and then he released that statement saying that this album that he's making is gonna be the last one on TDE. And I'm thinking,
baby, man.
I'm thinking, hell, it's gonna be him and Dave Free got PG Lane.
Mm-hmm.
So I get why he would leave TDE because he's just gonna focus on that. But you would think there'd been some music that would have dropped in the last couple weeks, or even after the show. You know what I mean? Like after the show this week or something.
Yeah,
didn't happen.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't
That kind
know.
of scares me though, because like I'm not gonna sit there and say he's not gonna give his all on the album, but you know, this could turn out to be probably his worst album.
Maybe, I don't know.
We'll see.
It's literally like we just got to sit here and see. Is it going to be another concept album? Because all he's ever made was concept albums. I think the last one that wasn't a concept album that still was a concept album was Overly Dedicated.
Mm-hmm.
But that still fit in some type of like story,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's his lane though. That he kills it when because Section 80 was flawless. Like
right. Absolutely. Man. I feel like that might be the most slept on album.
Very much.
Because he wasn't on a major then. You know what I mean? Like it just was a TDE release album.
And then we saw that when we went to the concert.
It was just
nobody was like, who's this guy? Like, it's Kendrick Lamar. What? Come on.
They didn't know who Rocky was or Kendrick Lamar.
Oh my gosh. They didn't know who everybody Cash was.
Yeah.
Like it's like
we was jamming out to all of them.
All that, man.
I follow Chasing Cash on Twitter just because of that. Just because I seen him in concert. But yeah, man, the Super Bowl halftime show was dope. I'm not gonna ask y'all to rate it amongst the ones that y'all seen in your life because I feel like it's a lot of recency bias with which was the best one ever.
Yeah.
Even though them performing wanted me to see them in like an actual show setting.
Yeah.
Like a whole 3-hour show with just them. That shit would be cool as hell.
As far as music goes, of course, I say it's my favorite because one, that's what we grew up in.
Yeah.
But nothing tops Purple Rain, In the Rain. When Prince did, but of course, my Indianapolis Colts are in that Super Bowl. That's another bias.
All right, let's move on. Justin. Yo, I'm tired of him bringing up them funky ass Colts. I'm tired of it.
Shout out to my dog, Darius Leonard.
Listen.
Shout out. Man got paid.
I don't care about him no more. I don't care about him no more.
Soon.
You want to know why I don't care about him no more? Because he played for the Colts. Until he don't play for the Colts no more, I don't care about him. He's lumped in with all of them. As soon as Dwight Freeney left, I was a fan. But before then, he can go to hell. He can go to hell. What was the other one? The other
Robert Mathis.
Yeah, I love Robert Mathis, but I wasn't gonna say that shit when he was on the Colts. As soon as he retired, I love you, Robert Mathis.
You just want to be a hating ass nigga.
Fuck the Colts. Everything about the Colts. I mean, they got a cool owner though. He'll drink a beer with you.
And do some other things.
He'll drink a beer. He'll do some cocaine. He don't care, dog. Whatever. And play the guitar right there.
That sounds like my type of friend.
That's what I'm saying. The Colts owner is, you know what I mean, fantastic. But other than that, I hate Taz. I hate Carter. I hate anybody who liked the Colts. I hate them all. I hate the Colts. Everybody. Fuck them. That damn guard that y'all got, that's fucking world class. I love him too, but I can't say it out loud. Can't say it out loud because he's a Colt. It's just that's where people go to die.
What?
I'm just saying, man. Look at Bob Sanders. May he rest his shit.
Well, he went to San Diego and died.
Nah, he died in Indianapolis first. Y'all took all his powers away.
He rest in the shit.
Y'all took all Bob Sanders' powers away and then shipped him off to San Diego to die.
I had to check and make sure he was still living in real life.
It's a fact. Nah, he's still living. He's still living, you know what I mean, his life. I wouldn't wish death on him. I'm just saying. Indianapolis Colts know how to just suck the life out of you. I mean, who was my man's that retired in halftime?
Oh, Vontae Davis?
Where did he play before he did that?
Miami.
He went from Miami to where?
Wait, no. He went from Miami to...
Yep.
To us.
Yep. See, just suck the life out of good people, man. They just living their life out here. You feel me? Living their life. They go to the Colts and then they leave. And then, I mean, look at Peyton. He left. His neck ain't been the same since.
They still won a Super Bowl.
He did because he had to go to Germany and get a new neck. They just took his neck off and then put it back. That's what they had to do. The man couldn't throw from here. The man couldn't throw from here to the screen. Couldn't do it at all. Went to Germany, got the stem cell in him, came right back. Went to Denver and won in spite of the Colts. Look at Andrew
also
Luck.
in spite of himself.
Look at Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck was supposed to be the greatest quarterback to ever walk the face of the earth.
He was.
The man is not. Did y'all see Andrew Luck a couple weeks ago?
He looks bad.
The man is skinny. Yeah. He just at home with his wife and kids, just living a boring ass fucking life. He don't even have fun no more.
You sure that's not cocaine or methamphetamines?
Nah.
It might not be the Colts. They might be supplying it.
That's boredom. Listen, he got hit so much. He said, I don't want to do this shit no more. I'm going to go home. I'm going to just be with my wife and kids. That's it. I don't care no more about this money. I don't care no more about glory. None of that. I don't give a damn about being the best quarterback to ever live. Fuck it. I'm out. You know how much money that man left on the table? He didn't give a shit.
We gave him all that money to keep.
See, that's what I'm saying. They said, I messed you up so bad, we just gonna give you free money.
That's a good parting gift, though.
A good parting gift, Taz?
Parting gift.
You know what you got for that? You got Jacoby, then you got Carson Wentz. They gonna trade him, dog. They trade him. They get him out of here.
Ain't nobody gonna want that contract.
That's fine.
Nobody told y'all funky ass to take the contract.
That's your fault. And I'm still waiting on my wing dinner.
I got you.
Yeah, all right. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna actually cash app you Friday for that.
Nah, I don't want no cash app.
You want me to go get it?
I need you to hand deliver me a wing dinner.
I'll hand deliver it to you with those microphones in the car.
All right. Whenever y'all come over. Oh, we'll talk about it off here. It's got to be a good flavor.
Lemon pepper.
Nah, I need lemon pepper wet. That's what I need. Word. From smoking wings. That's all I need. I don't care what day it is. Just whenever you feel like it, just bring it on to the house, dog.
I got you.
So, moving along. Taz, you want to introduce this next topic?
I sure can. So, what we have here is a next topic is about a young lady named Kamila Valieva. She is a part of the ROC, which is the Russian Olympic Committee. She's a 15-year-old figure skater who, let's just say, tested positive for a banned substance. And recently, they went through a appeals process and everything. And the IOC, which is the International Olympic Committee, allowed her to continue skating in the Winter Olympics in Beijing. So basically, give you a little backstory of why it says her name versus Sha'carri Richardson is because Sha'carri tweeted out, we all know the story behind that, where she smoked had a little, she had a little joint because her mom passed. She was dealing with some anxiety, some depression, and whatnot. And of course, she was banned from the Summer Olympics. So there was a little comparison there. Some words were said about maybe race being involved. So I'm saying, how you guys feel about that? How the whole situation goes.
So here's my thing about it, right? One took a performance enhancing drug, which the excuse is she had 4 pills in her.
It's 3.
It was 3 pills.
It was 3. One was hang on. Tritazidine, which is a heart medication, and the other 2 medications were hypozin and L-carnitine.
So the heart
those two substances aren't banned though.
So the heart medication is the one that's banned, and apparently those were her
grandfathers. Yes, that was the excuse.
All right. So now another thing that is a difference, right? Is the fact that this 15-year-old little girl is said to be the greatest ever.
And I'm going to tell you now, just by the looks 15. Of it, she is.
She did a quadruple in competition before they found out about the test in December. It's never been done. It's never like the Simone Biles of all of this, of figure skating. Unfortunately, Sha'carri Richardson is not the greatest runner to ever live. So, of course, they're going to bend rules for one and say fuck you to the other. Not saying that is right.
I'm going to let Justin go next.
I'm not defending anything. All I'm saying is everything about it is wrong that she's there. Even the announcers, right? The announcers are just blatantly saying she is the greatest to ever do this. And she's only 15. But she should not be skating right now. She should be at home. She shouldn't be allowed. First, and then on top of that, right? On top of that, the country of Russia is banned from the Olympics. That's why it's the ROC and not Russia.
Because they've been doing this shit for forever.
Exactly. Because of the same thing she got caught doing.
Yes.
And they was influencing Judge at the Sochi games. And of course, who wound up winning the Sochi games? Fucking Russia. Sochi. like, it was crazy, man. It's like you got somebody that blatantly cheated and they refused to open the B sample. They still haven't opened the B sample yet.
Nope.
But with Sha'carri Richardson, she failed. She fessed up to it. She did her time. Nobody even knew about it. Her suspension was over. Nobody even knew about it. Everybody, you know what I mean? And then it came out, and they're like, nah, we're not gonna let you run. Fam, this shit is nuts. She shouldn't allowed to be there.
No, she should not.
Is fair.
For me, it's go ahead.
No, go. I'm going last.
I feel like one has the complexion for correction, and one has the complexion for connection.
There you go.
It's like, yeah, your black ass, you just smoked a little bit of tree, that you would think they wouldn't really care about, because for the competition, that should put them at an advantage, right? So, but this other person who's already the best, well, old Barry Bonds ass, already the best, want to go out here and do some extra shit. But that's also the culture of that country. They believe in that cheating shit. They don't play. We gonna win by all costs. And my whole thing is, they shouldn't have let her do it. Period. Without comparison to anybody else. It's just absolutely wrong to have her there. But when you do compare her to Sha'carri, it's like one already served their time, and then you went back and said, "Oh, you in trouble again." But this one person who did it, who was guilty, you said, not only are we going to let you do it, we ain't even gonna go look at the other evidence. We just gonna let you roll through. Right. And that is, I don't give a fuck who is the best or not. She should not be there. And it's like, it is what it is. At this point, we used to this shit.
So I'm gonna take a different route here. All right. It's easy for me to go the race route. I'm gonna take a different route. Okay. So, but I'm not gonna discredit race. When we look at Russia in general, we know that there's a history of doping and cheating. The World Anti-Doping Agency dropped the ball. They blamed it on backlog from COVID. The IOC, they dropped the ball as well. But so the reasoning they're letting her skate is because of her age. So in the IOC, they look at the age of 15 as a protected. What's the word they used? She's a protected person, which means that she is not of the corrective, the age where she can be held accountable for the action of doping. Now, what I'm gonna say about this is, if a person is able to, if they're of the age to compete on the world stage, they should be held accountable. I don't care if they want to say, "Oh, this person is of underage." No. If you are 13 years old and you can skate, they should hold you accountable. Just in general, because now what you do is you set a precedent. Another country down the line could have a whole team full of 15-year-olds that get caught with some type of a doping or some type of a steroid or whatever in their system, and they could be labeled as someone who can't be held accountable. So we gotta let them skate. That's the precedent you set by not taking Miss Valieva off the roster and letting her skate. Another thing, they know they're wrong because they said this. Well, if she wins, we won't do the ceremony.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
It's like, wait a minute now. So you're telling me that you're gonna penalize all these other countries that won fairly because you feel that, one, she's not of the age of being held liable for her actions, but you're just gonna take away the whole ceremony and penalize everyone else.
Why is she there then?
That screams that you think this is wrong.
They know it's wrong, and they don't want to see Russia. They don't want Russia to see her accept the medal. That's why they like, if she wins,
don't put on the podium.
She wins an event,
and she already won gold, so don't put on the podium.
Yeah. So,
but let the other countries be able to celebrate.
Oh, absolutely, man. It's so fucked up, bro.
Yeah,
it is.
But it's a blow.
It's extremely fucked up.
It's a blow to all the other athletes, but the Olympic movement, they lost this one.
Also, I feel like if it was us, if it was America, they wouldn't let that shit fly.
Of course.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they're afraid of Russia.
Oh, and China. So let's look at what just happened. Putin and old buddy over there. What they doing? What's good? Hey, nobody want to smoke right now with them. Nobody want to smoke.
Justin, Daddy, let me be president.
Listen, they can what's good they ass if they want to. They think. Listen, the one thing that you got to realize about the United States when it comes to these guys, people can say all they want. Oh, this president is scared of Russia. This president is scared of Korea. This person is China. This and all that shit. America's shown in the past and America's showed right now. You can fuck with us.
Mm-hmm.
The country stops all that bullshit. We just going, you know what I mean? Like,
because quiet as it's kept, your boy Putin backed down a little bit this last week.
Oh yeah, he did.
So
he pulled out.
I guess he realized like, ooh, this nigga ain't playing. The little Joe still got a little bit of fire in him.
Listen,
he gonna test the
we
waters.
put a lot of we put a lot into the military for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Other countries know what time it is when it comes to that. You know what I mean?
We still are the United States of America.
Right. We might be shit in everything else. But the one thing we're gonna be number one in is
Armed
military.
In basketball. Those are two things we gonna whoop your ass in.
Absolutely. They can say the world caught up, but you gotta realize the players that we put out there sometimes. Sometimes we just like, all right, we're gonna send the D team over there.
And we still beat y'all best with our D team.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Moving along, Mr. J, you got a black AF for us today, sir?
Got a little something. So this black is for
hold up.
How'd you get your shine?
I gotta put you on the scene.
Okay. Well, so this episode, this little segment of Black as Fuck is more interactive. It's more it's a question. So we all know being black is a goddamn experience. It's good and it's bad. You know, got some good parts and bad parts. So for my two co-hosts, I have a question. So what is the greatest thing about being black in America, and what is the worst thing? I'm gonna let y'all two go first. From your experience.
I'll let you go first, Taz.
I gotta think on that, man. I wish I'd known this ahead of time. I could have.
No, nigga, I'm getting y'all on the spot because I didn't even think about mines either. Off this top.
I love this right here. Because it's not just one shade. We're a multitude of shades. And they're all it's like when I think about it, I think of like God's rainbow. Each skin color is a part of the rainbow. And we have, white, then we go from there. But when you get to the tail end of that rainbow, it's a multitude of brownish, black, whatever. It's a lot of that. Because I'm telling you, man, like just see the different tones of our skin. And not just that, it's even what happens when we go out in the sunlight. We glow. Like we're able to absorb sunlight. And it's I don't know. Sometimes there's beauty in the struggle. Like just seeing what our ancestors went through and knowing the strength that it took for them to just get up every day and live in a world, in a society that tells them they are beneath the dirt that we walk on every day. It puts in perspective how great of an opportunity that I have as a black man in America, that they literally laid down themselves so that I could literally walk on their backs to elevate. It's like just knowing the struggles that we've all went through. Some of the stuff that ain't even in history books. You gotta look it up. Seeing that and seeing where we are right now. Yes, there's still some struggles, but we're in a well off better space than they were. And sometimes you just gotta sit back and be like, you know what? What I'm going through right now is not even, it pales in comparison to what they went through. So I'm gonna keep going. And trying to set up the next generation to be in a better spot than I am. So beauty in the struggle. The beauty in the struggle.
So what's the best thing about being black, you said? The culture, man. Like, we come from a deep-seated culture of traditions and just the stock of being from something. You know what I mean? Like you can look around everywhere and there's black in everything.
Touche.
It doesn't matter. It don't matter how you try to flip it. No. That come from black. It doesn't matter. It like everything comes from black. The root is black. Taz is very religious based. No matter how they try to, no matter how people in religion try to flip it, they can put Jesus up as this blonde head, pale white Jew all they want to. But in every book that's printed, no matter what the translation, black. If you live off that book, right? If you live off that book, if you live off the Quran, if you live off of anything, and you search back the geography of everything, where it's gonna lead you? Black.
Africa. That's it.
It all comes from people that look like us three.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people that look like us. Worst thing? There is no worst thing. People try to make it a worst thing, but that's outsiders. That's outsiders that want to have what we have as a community. Listen, we might not all, people that look like us might not all look alike, but there is still some sense of respect there.
Mm-hmm.
You meet black people out in the street, I see it all the time. Lane picked it up too. As y'all know, Lane is a great friend of mine. He's a white guy, but even he picked it up. When older black people see me out and we going into Lowe's or Home Depot or any store like that, and we working, it's always like this nod of approval.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm sure y'all two have got it as well.
That's that we in this together nod.
Yeah. It's like that. You can go to any random place in the world, right? Any random place in the world. Hell, I could take me and Justin, for instance. I ain't know Justin from a can of paint. He came to Adidas. First day I met him, we was cool instantly. And it's not just because, you know what I mean, our personalities.
Oh, it played being black played a factor.
Like, I'm much older than him. So it's like, they could have really been a disconnect there. Like, oh, this little young nigga in college. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool. Like, I'm past that. But nah, it was, we black. So it's just something there. You know what I mean? Like, it's awesome to be black. I never change it for anything. There is no worse to me. There's only good.
Okay, so for me, so before I get into mine, I'm gonna bring up why I brought up this question. Because when Nick said it, hit it right on the head for me. Like, there's not no bad. Like, there's absolutely some bad things about being black, but that's not from us. Mm-hmm. That's something. A lot of that is what was put on us.
Right.
And being black is something to be celebrated, something to be not tolerated but celebrated. You know what I'm saying? And when talking about this, I'm gonna put the bad part first. So the bad part is the being unappreciated, not being seen as the creators of all this shit. Because at the end of the day, it's like what y'all don't get is everything comes from us. When you make making paint, you don't start like white doesn't get darker. You can make it darker, lighter, but in order to get it darker, you got to put some black up in there, some way, somehow. Like, that's just how it works. And it's like we have put a little bit of black in everything on this earth, and it's like it's culture, yes, but it's also the swagger. Like, we walk different. We talk different. Shit, our nerdy is different compared to white nerdy. Our goddamn nerds might like anime and all this shit, but they gonna smoke a little weed with you. they, gonna, they gonna have a little good time. You know what I'm saying? And being black is like of course we have our issues. We have issues based on the colors. One is darker, one's lighter. One's one's from the suburbs, this one from the hood. But if you come to do anything against that blackness, we all together, we all one. We ready to come to you. We all right, nigga. I know we had problem because you from that neighborhood, but today we together. We together. We fighting this battle today, and that's just how we were brought up. It's like, of course, like we hate the fact sometimes a black person do something that we all looking crazy. But it's also when a black person is the first to ever do something, it fills us with so much pride because we see ourselves in that. We might not have the same experience, but we all have the culture of knowing like this is where that comes from. That elk. This person might not know the importance of it, but we come from people that came from nothing, who were taken away from their natural home and who built this beautifulness. We don't even have to know each other or anything. And we see a beautiful woman and got her hair done a certain right way, nigga. Just be like, ugh, look at that fine black queen.
Hey,
just looking.
Listen to me right now. I might have married a white woman, but I tell my white wife all the time about black women, and she tell me all the time about black women too. There's not no it. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
And for me, it's just like to go outside and to see another. I live in Bowling Springs. This is white. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Predominantly white school.
Yeah.
So like when you see black people, it's just like, okay, I feel a little bit safer. And not to say that the white people gonna do nothing to you, but you have somebody who understands where you're coming from. And it's just a beauty in it. Like you look at our music, you look at the clothes, even the simple thing like a fucking cookout. A black cookout is a fucking experience.
Yeah, right. Everybody trying to get invited.
Everybody. And I went to a black ass school, and homecoming is one big ass cookout. And you go there and you don't know some of these old motherfuckers and you love them like they your auntie and uncle because they going to treat you like you they child. They going to give you a plate, going to make sure you ate. They don't give a damn who you are.
Yep.
Your black ass is here with us. So we gonna show you love. And for me, it's just, I wish the world can see that instead of seeing the negative, to see the beauty in everything that comes from being black. Because our black asses don't want to be nothing else. Because it's a little dangerous, but it's beautiful.
Absolutely. Dude, I'm telling you, man.
It's a little dangerous, but it's lit.
It's lit as fuck.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You might have to do what you got to do to get home. But once you get home around your people, you straight. That's terrible. Yeah, I get it. I gotta. There's gotta be some type of human within the pain. You know what I mean? Like it has to, for sure, man. I'm telling you, man. This might be one of my favorite segments. This damn black as fuck and words of wisdom is always my favorite segment. Now, before we keep going, for the listeners and viewers out there, make sure y'all like, subscribe, you know what I mean, share, all that good stuff. But Taz used to write words of wisdom every day. And he used to put all these people in threads, right? Like all these people, just anybody that was in his phone, he just sent it all to him. Sometimes people responded, sometimes they didn't. But as soon as Taz stopped, people started texting him like, yo, fam, where's words of wisdom at? It ain't for us to respond. It's for you to keep going, nigga. Like,
That was
what
that
you
was the
doing?
craziest. That was the crazy thing about it. It's like people were like, "Where is it at?" I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know if y'all cared or not."
You can't give us positive reinforcement for the day, for the week, and then just cut us off cold turkey.
Honestly, sometimes though, like it's very hard to come up with that stuff because like you have to like you kind of have to like
Be feeling it.
yeah, like sometimes you gotta feel it. Like it's always a feeling, but at the same time, going through something mentally at that moment, and you like I can't do it today, and like
It's like that sometimes, man.
yeah,
Speaking of that, I'm glad you brought that up. Just like, I feel like it comes with trying to be uplifting every day comes with a toll,
mm-hmm.
especially when there's people around you that is beating on that. You know what I mean? Like just beating you down, beating you down, beating you down. And I feel like in the whole process of Ben Simmons going from Philly to Brooklyn has something to do with that. And what I mean by that is, you know, everybody knows if you're not a sports fan at all, um, Ben Simmons is a point guard he's a point guard for the Brooklyn Nets now. He just got traded from Philly. Philly had a game 7 to go to the conference finals. Was it the conference finals or the yeah, it was the conference finals.
Mm-hmm.
He had a bad series. Had some shit going on outside the ball that was clearly affecting him inside the ball. The man just stopped shooting. He had an easy dunk under the rim and just passed it. Like that's how in his head he was. But after that game 7 they lost, coach said some things about him. We talked about it before in the pod. Coach said some things. Joel Embiid, who's the star of the team, he said some things. You know what I mean? Kind of pissed him off a little bit. So then he wanted to trade. Naturally. They wasn't going to trade him. So he was going to skip out on training camp. And then finally, as the season started, he came back. He practiced for a couple of days. He wound up getting kicked out of a practice and suspended for a game. Then he was like, you know what? I can't do this. Like, my mental health is just not right. Like, I'm in a dark place, blah, blah, blah. So he got up out of there. And he had been at home ever since until last week when the trade deadline happened. So the press conference came up today. And they asked him, you know what I mean, the typical questions. What made you do it? You know what I mean? This, that, and the third. And he was like, it had nothing to do with basketball. You know what I mean? I was in a dark place. You know what I mean? I was going through some things that I don't want to get into detail about. And, you know what I mean? You should be happy that I'm smiling right now because I had some dark things going on. So I say all that to say there is a double-edged sword with this that I think people in the media are trying to paint that is just weird to me. Because you're not going to win this argument. And it's not an argument to be won. So the double-edged sword to this was, well, Ben Simmons just said mental health because they can't take your money if you say mental health. And he didn't want to play for the 76ers no more. So that was his out. I just say mental health. They leave me alone. They trade me. It's done and over with. I get my way and keep my money. And all I've seen since the press conference and since the trade about that, but he's lying about his mental health and this, that, and the third.
Who lies about that?
That's true. But also, to say that is just weird to me. because you don't know what that man's going through. And just to say that you can handle something or you would have handled it this way, don't mean that that man has to. He can handle it totally differently. You know what I mean? Like, and also to argue about somebody's mental health is asinine. You have no clue what this person is going through.
You're not
No
that
clue at
person.
all. Yeah, you have no clue. What's a mountain to somebody else could be a pebble to somebody else. No two things are the same when it comes to mental health. Everybody deals with it in some type of way, shape, or form. So to say that somebody is lying about it or they did this so they can get out and all that shit, it's bullshit and it's a losing battle. It's just gonna make you look nuts. Because I dare somebody to say something crazy enough to where they basically calling them out on it. They ain't gonna have a job the next day. Because mental health is very much a real thing and people do go through it. Just because he didn't say this is what resulted in my mental health, which, you know, the rumors and stuff is out. I mean, we talked about it on the show before.
Mm-hmm.
All the rumors and stuff that he was dealing with during that playoff run that made him just go to shit. Which, if true, I mean, fuck it. Like, it's just a game at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a game. I don't know. It's just interesting to see people people trying to critique mental health just because they feel like they can do it a different way.
Well, I don't necessarily think it's people critiquing mental health as much as it's people critiquing him. I think a lot of times when people have issues with somebody, they don't care how they're going to address said issues. And people have issues like me. Of course, I talk my shit. That's who Justin Cole Artist the first is. I'm gonna talk my shit. He stunk up the fucking joint. But knowing the other stuff, I'm like, okay, that's understandable, right? You had stuff going on, and if we're not gonna talk about exactly what it is, but if it's the stuff that the so-called rumors, nigga, I don't know a person alive who would not have been affected by that. Now, I'm a firm believer in if you need a fucking basketball and your bit ass is 6'11", you better dunk that bitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but it's the it's the fact that he was going to do whatever. He wasn't thinking about quitting on his team, but on the outside, it felt like that. So some people are going to put whatever notions they have and try to belittle him and put him down, not realizing that they don't even have a small amount of the talent he has to get to where he has. In the game of basketball, you can have all the talent in the world. If you're not mentally there, you're not going to be successful. You need to have all of those tools in order to succeed. You gotta look at the fucking mental warfare of people like Kobe, like Michael Jordan, of LeBron James, the mental toughness that it takes for them to excel at that sport. If they had, like, Michael Jordan retired because his father was killed because he knew he would not have been able to do that. He couldn't have performed at that level. And it's like, we don't know what people go through. We all have our struggles. And when we are at our worst, I've had mental health struggles that made you feel like you don't even want to be on this earth anymore. And you have those type of feelings, and then you got to go out there and perform for people like you a fucking circus act. You think that you'll be able to do that? No, you wouldn't. So motherfuckers is talking from the bench. They're talking on Twitter because they have the platform to do it. But if they really thought about it, they wouldn't be saying these things. It's just that they have the platform to say whatever the hell they want to, so they go on to.
Yeah.
I got nothing to add on that guy. I mean, it's mental health. Mental health. I mean, just
Got to protect it.
Respect people's boundaries.
Yeah.
Like if the man said, "Hey, look, I'm going through some stuff," take it at face value. Let's not try to poke holes in it. Let's not try to dig up information, try to figure out what it is. Don't try to poke at him to try to get a reaction out of him to tell you what it is he's dealing with. He doesn't he's not obligated to tell you that. Just understand, hey, I'm dealing with something. I got to step away from basketball for a little bit, and then when I'm ready, I'll come back.
Yeah, for sure.
But Philly is very unrelenting when it comes to their fan base,
and also it's a business,
right? Yeah. Also, too, did y'all see the James Harden press conference though?
I did not.
There's a lot of shit in there. There's a lot of shit in there that makes you go, all right. So he basically confirmed that Philly was his first choice to begin with when he was leaving Houston, which we all knew. If you follow ball, we all knew he wanted to be in Philly more than he wanted to be in Brooklyn.
Because the GM,
Daryl Morey.
Yeah, he wants.
Yeah, Daryl Morey's in Philly, but also, you know what I mean. You got Joel Embiid, you got Doc Rivers. You know what I mean. You got a good team there. You know what I mean. All that stuff, but I ain't see Ben trying to go to no fucking Houston. But anyway, he said that he was like, yo, like it feels good to be here, you know what I mean? It feels good to be around players that want to win. That was also telling. Because it's like Tracy McGrady said, he was like, so what's he implying here? Is he implying, you know what I mean, guys in Brooklyn don't want to win? Which, if you think about it, let's keep it a beam. How long KD been there? 3 years now? Has he played a full season? No.
Because he was hurt when he got there.
He was hurt when he got there. He didn't play it the whole first year. He played the second year. Then wound up getting hurt. Then coming back. And then he was the only one. Yeah. And James was there, but he was on one leg. In the playoffs, he was on one leg. He was a shell of himself. And where was Kyrie? Hurt. And then this year, where's Kyrie? Did you know in the last however many games, I think it's 28 games or something like that, he can only play 8? That's crazy. He only played 8 games.
Which is weird because I watched earlier when Mike Greenberg was asking Adam Silvers about that. I was like, it makes no sense that away players who are unvaccinated can play in Brooklyn, but a player who's on the roster can't play there.
Because he's a resident in New York. And because he's a resident in New York, and that's the rules, they apply to him. They don't apply to people outside of the state.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like outside of the state, outside of the city that he works in. So, I mean, people go to visit New York all the time that's unvaccinated.
Yeah.
But
I get the rules.
You know what I mean? Those rules don't apply.
Yeah, because I mean that's a state law or a city law, but
right.
The NBA rule, they don't have those restrictions.
But like in Toronto though, it doesn't matter. If you're unvaccinated, you ain't coming.
You ain't playing.
Yeah, like you can't even get in the country to even play. So that shit's dead.
Yeah, so the Blue Jays had to play in Arizona last year.
Yeah, was it Arizona or was it Buffalo?
I think it was Arizona.
One or the other. Yeah, man, it's just like, dog. It feels like they don't want to win, really.
I don't think it's.
I don't know if it's they don't want to win. It's just nah. I don't think it's about KD though. I don't think KD.
Because that nigga gave everything he had last year.
Yeah, he just injury prone now. You know what I mean?
I think it was more so with Kyrie on the outs.
James went there, right? And it was literally the greatest offensive 3 to ever play together. And when they only played 16 games. In those 16 games, they was 13-3. Them niggas would have been, ain't no telling, it would have been way better than when, Bosh, D Wade, and Bron got together. Because all three of them are in their prime. They seasoned, they seasoned, and they just they could have did so much.
Hang on.
They could have did so much, but it is what it is, man. It's just like, I don't know, bro.
I mean, for me, it's kind of like, even though he stated that, it wasn't a big, like, the Kyrie situation was minimal, when he started talking, it was like, nah, nigga, it was a factor.
Yeah.
Because him not being there, it was like, okay, you have a semi-healthy KD, you got a healthy James, so, nigga, what? Like, I understand you have your reasons for not playing, but he didn't sign up for this. James Harden didn't sign up for this when he came.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like, I got to do what I got to do for me and mine. I got to make it.
Yeah, because it's like, yo, I signed off to come here not just because we all cool. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win by any means necessary. Like, I was a game 7 away from being in the finals, and who knows what could have happened,
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, y'all both hurt. Kyrie just not want to play. Everybody else is getting hurt. So why am I here? Why am I here? Especially coming off of them 2 30-point triple doubles. I mean, like, why is he here? He's, what I mean? Was he like 32?
Yeah, he's getting up there.
So it's like, yo, I got to do something now.
And that nigga ain't aging like LeBron.
Nah, ain't none of them three aging like LeBron. Nobody ages like LeBron. Nobody.
Well, I can say this: when healthy, KD still KD. It's just that
absolutely.
when healthy.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's just gonna be. I think until he retires now, this is how it's gonna be for him. He's gonna be hurt more often than not, which sucks, but it is what it is. I mean, enjoy it while it lasts, and it's just crazy to see that happened. We only got 16. Like, we only got 16 real games of them all three on the floor, because that shit would have been magical. That shit would have been dope. You know how dope it would have been in Brooklyn with them three in the finals just cooking? Man, it's kind of sad, really. But it's also kind of crazy that KD don't get fried like LeBron does about this team.
I mean, I think it's also because he's hurt.
Probably. It ain't like, with Bron, he on the court all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So when they losing, it's, it's a big deal.
He's Le GM.
Le GM.
So
I guess
that's why, like, I was reading the article, it was like, he you know what I'm saying? He got to eat this shit, because this is you wanted him. You fought for this person.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're really thinking about it, though, if you really put it in perspective,
mm-hmm.
Who you want? Russell Westbrook or Buddy Hield?
Let me say this.
And especially the way you trying to play.
I get you, but let me say this. We gotta go back to the beginning. What I say. I said, I don't know if this shit gonna work out, because he need to have the ball too much, but we'll see. But I don't know if this shit gonna work out. And the thing is, Russ is playing bad even for his standards right now, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, shit, it happens to the best of them. Getting up there in age, this is a different system. Sometimes it takes a while to get acclimated to it, yada, yada, yada. But the way that them motherfuckers playing, they playing like they the New York fucking Knickerbockers. And I need them to do something.
Dude, I posted on I posted on Twitter the other day. Speaking of the Knicks, they just lost, even though they was beating the dog shit out of Brooklyn. But anyway, I want to see Bron and KD on the team before Bron kicked the bucket of his NBA career. But Bron got to play point though.
You gotta stop using these fucking death references. Come on, you're just killing niggas left and right.
You're not gonna get that, man. I just want
to see him on the team together.
We'll get him in.
You know they love each other, like they love each other. That's like Bron's little brother. You know what I mean? That's his idol. You know what I mean? I just want to see this generation's number one and number two, like our guys 1 and 2 on the team together. It might be Bron might be in year 22 if it happens, but shit, man, I just want to play point guard. That's it. I want to play point.
All you gonna get is you're gonna get Bron and Bronny. That's what you're gonna get.
That's gonna be dope. But then it's gonna make me feel old as shit,
ain't it?
Because I mean, we was watching LeBron James high school games, and then now he almost at the end of his career, and he's at the point of his career where his son is about to enter the league. What he got? 2 years, 3 years before he can.
Yeah, he's got what?
And by then,
yeah,
by then they might change the rule again. So who knows?
I'm pretty sure Bron is advocating for that.
Yeah, I mean, you seen the interview he did, right? With him and his wife. They asked him, what do you want for Bronny's future? And Savannah goes, I just want to be happy in whatever he does. It don't matter to me what he do. I just want to be happy. And LeBron goes, I ain't gonna lie. I want him in the NBA. Like, I want to be able to share the court with him. But that's any dad, right?
Yeah.
So like, especially a sports dad.
Yeah.
If I'm, you know what I mean? I'm playing soccer.
Like King Griffey, yeah.
You and then on top of that, just think about this. In a game where King Griffey Jr. Sr. hits a home run, Jr. hits a home run right behind him. Back-to-back home runs, father-son. You know what I mean? Like, if shit like that can happen, possibilities, of course that's what you want. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
But that's all I want. That's on my bucket list. If it don't happen, I just make it happen in the game. I just, you know what I mean? I'll make Bron a point guard. I'll make KD a small forward. Just fill the team up with whoever. And whatever happens, happens. And you know who's going to be my starting center. Bismack Biyombo. I love Bismack Biyombo, dog. Can't nobody tell me different. Nobody. But anyway, you got some words of wisdom for us, Mr. Taz?
I do. I do.
Let me set you up, dog. Let me get you right.
All right. So I heard a story about a man who had a crack in his rim and he never got it fixed. He kept getting the tire fixed, but never dealt with the real issue, which was the cracked rim. Until one day, he got tired of having a flat and spending unnecessary money on a tire. What I'm saying is a lot of times we deal with the symptom and we don't necessarily deal with the root cause of a symptom. We need to deal with the real issues in our lives and not just the symptoms, but we need to stop the real problems. You know, I think that at some point in our lives, we'll get tired of ignoring the real issue. So I'm saying, don't take yourself through unnecessary things. If you know what needs to get done, get it done. That's all I had to say.
My man. I appreciate you, Mr. Taz.
I appreciate y'all.
Dude, all I'm going to say too, though, is, man, I love this damn shirt Justin got on.
I know, right? This is my sugar daddy shirt.
Yeah, I feel like that shit, you know what I mean? You retire in Florida shirt. All you do is drive around in the golf cart, high socks.
Just put the dollar bills in your hand. Just let them know you ready for whatever.
Ready for whatever.
I got that Viagra in my pocket, girl.
That's wild. But we gonna be there one day. We are gonna be there one day. Y'all got any last things y'all need to get off y'all chest before we get up out of here?
I do. Because I didn't get to do it during the episode.
All right. Hold on.
Valentine's Day as a fucking single person is like, I don't know if this new generation of women think I'm supposed to be somebody goddamn sugar daddy or what. But Justin Colar is the first don't pay for pussy yet. I ain't that old nigga. I'm sick and tired of these motherfuckers just wanting money.
I knew it was gonna be something out of pocket. I knew it was gonna be something wild. Yo, fam, that is fucking nuts. Yeah, that is nuts.
Y'all should have been ready.
I should have just cut it off, dog. I should have just cut it off. Matter of fact. And always remember, no matter the view, it's always with respect. And that's another episode of Views from the Floor podcast.